Talk.
I love Insta.
Gram.
I love Face.
Bug.
I love you.
Aw, thank you.
YouTube.
Oh, Mistletoe, I'm so happy I could eat you up. I really could. You know what I'd like to do, Mistletoe?
Hi, ma'am. I'm Gibby.
She doesn't speak English.
I'm still Gibby.
Now, let's not act like you guys haven't noticed it too. Princess Amelia and Sofi Manassyan haven't posted together once since April. Everything just froze. No stories, no comments, not even a hint that they're still cool. And honestly, that silence is getting real loud. And the weirdest part, Amelia literally made a video calling out people in the comments. The ones asking what happened between her and Sophie, why they don't post together anymore, and whether she's been replaced. She didn't name names, but the caption alone made it super clear she knows that people are talking. So now everyone's like, why even address it if you're unbothered? Not gonna lie, that gave some serious I'm still watching you energy. There is no way she's not watching Sophie's every move like a hawk. And you guys, that's where this whole thing starts to spiral, because when you actually go back and start looking at the little things, the comments, the content, the people she hangs out with now, it all starts to paint a very different picture of what might be going on behind the scenes. We're about to unpack everything from the TikToks that got people side-eyeing Amelia to the fan theories that say this wasn't just a friendship. This was something way deeper. First of all, let's talk about the TikTok. Y'all probably know exactly which one I mean. It's that old video that started resurfacing again recently where Sophie playfully smooches Amelia on the cheek. And no, not in a romantic way. It just felt like a goofy best friend energy. Like, chill. Not that deep. But apparently it was that deep for someone, because now people are digging into the comments and pointing out how Amelia might have actually taken that moment way more seriously. One user literally said Amelia was secretly lesbian and liked it in a romantic way, while Sophie was doing it like a friend. Some fans defended her, saying she wasn't lesbian at the time, but others are saying maybe Amelia caught feelings. Now, obviously, we don't know what anyone's identity is for sure, and we are not labeling anybody. But what we can say is fans have picked up on the shift after that video. They stopped making content together, and Amelia's entire vibe online changed. And now the whole friendship feels like it's been deleted. While Amelia still follows Sophie, still watches, and still posts stuff that fans think is a little too on the nose. And guys, this is just the beginning, because right after the friendship went cold, fans started picking up on something else. Amelia posted a video, and not just any video, she was full on crying. One fan comment literally said, "I think that's why Amelia posted a video crying. Sophie was the only person she trusted most." And you guys, that line hit way too hard. Now, normally we wouldn't read too much into that. People cry online all the time. But a lot of fans now think it wasn't just about drama with her friend group. It was specifically about Sophie. Because when you think about it, it kind of makes sense. Sophie was the calm one, the grounded one, the one who didn't thrive off of drama, and Amelia, she lost her. Now, whether it was just a messy friend breakup or something more, that cry post just screamed regret and heartbreak. Fans were dissecting everything, the background song, the captions, the timing. It felt like a full-blown response to being cut off. And guess what? That video is still up. You can literally go watch it right now, and people have been doing just that. This is where things start to make even more sense, because people aren't just speculating about Amelia being the issue, they are looking at the people she surrounds herself with. And you guys, the group Amelia hangs with, it's been called out as straight up toxic. One fan said, "I think they aren't friends anymore, mainly because of Amelia Wu's toxic friend group. Sophie didn't want to be a part of the drama, so she dropped them entirely. In summary, Sophie wanted to prioritize/protect her peace." Another person commented, because people were saying that Sophie shouldn't be in Amelia's group because it's not appropriate, and they think Amelia and her friends are a bad influence on her. And Ariana had this to say, which is basically what everyone has been saying so far, but I can't leave out this comment, so I'm gonna give you a summary. "There's a theory Sophie left this group because of their influence on her. They like staging stuff. Amelia over sexualizing herself, I blame her parents and brother for it. And when you put Sophie next to all of that, the difference is night and day. Sophie's content is clean, brand friendly, and low-key inspirational. She's not out here chasing shock value. Meanwhile, Amelia's circle is serving cloud chaser chaos, questionable TikToks, and vibes that are just off. And it gets even messier when you factor in Piper Raquel. Because yes, Amelia is now being seen with Piper, who is literally had her name in controversy after controversy. And get this, fans think that Piper is gearing up to replace Sophia in the Bob House once she turns 18 on August 21st. And yes, there is actual footage of Amelia and Piper hanging out now. This is the TikTok that started making the rounds.
No, we the biggest brats. On top cars, on top cars, yeah. On top cars, I get butter on top cars, yeah. On top cars, on top cars, on top cars, I get butter on top cars.
So now, picture this. Amelia in the same content house as Piper, who has ties to OF creators, while Sophie is trying to keep her image clean and career focused. Yeah, y'all can see how it was never gonna work. And you couldn't tell me Sophie didn't clock that early on. Fans are saying she saw the writing on the wall and dipped, quietly but permanently. But what if Amelia didn't take that rejection well? Because the way that she's been moving since says everything. Some people believe that the friendship ending wasn't just about vibes or clout or image, it was about safety. There's one comment that really stood out where someone said, true, but also I think Amelia's brother had X with her and touching her so bad, I see why she left. That alone had people side-eyeing everything. And guys, if even half of that is true, that changes the whole story. Suddenly, it's not about a brand or a career move, it's about Sophie protecting herself, getting away from something that felt off. And the fact that Amelia still follows her, that is more than just a clingy ex-friend behavior. Here is where things get even weirder. Amelia has been posting content that just so happens to mirror Sophie's. Not once, not twice, but multiple times. Same trending sounds, same soft captions, same style of editing. I mean, it's one thing to be influenced, but when it starts to feel like she's recreating the vibe of a girl she doesn't even speak to anymore, that's where people start side-eyeing. Coincidence happen? Sure. But this is turning into a pattern. And let's not forget, Sophie hasn't responded. Not even a casual like. She is moving on with her life while Amelia keeps orbiting around her like a lost planet. Okay, now moving on to the part that nobody really wants to say out loud, but everyone is kind of thinking. Was this really just bestie heartbreak, or was something else going on emotionally? And I know that's a lot, but let's go back and rewatch their old content. Y'all, the energy was not the same on both sides. And if you need a refresher, just watch this TikTok again. It's one of their old ones and you can feel the difference. Sophie is being silly and affectionate like always, but Amelia, she is zoned in on Sophie like she is the only person in the room.
I love
Talk.
I love Insta.
Ground.
I love Face.
Bug.
I love you.
Aw, cute.
YouTube.
Sophie was playful, super affectionate, kind of flirty, but in a goofy bestie way. Meanwhile, Amelia looks way too locked in, always chasing Sophie's attention, always right next to her, almost like she didn't want to share her with anyone else. Now, I am not saying it was romantic for sure, but the emotional intensity, that was not normal friend energy. That was deeply attached energy. Sometimes when a friendship goes lopsided like that, when one person starts seeing the other as their everything, it crosses a line. So yeah, whether it was just romantic or emotionally obsessive, it clearly wasn't healthy. Now, this next part might sound shady, but we gotta talk about it nonetheless. Amelia's whole vibe lately, she's basically turning into Nevada 2.0, and no offense, but that's not exactly the glow up that fans were hoping for. I mean, have y'all seen the TikToks, the styling, the poses, even the captions? She's not just hanging out with Nevada, she is practically copying her, like frame for frame level copying. And I am not making this up. There is literally a TikTok where Amelia is posing with Nevada, and it's not just the vibe. The outfits, practically identical. And before anyone says it, yes, they have always had some overlap, but this feels like Amelia trying to become the next version of whoever is closest to her. First it was Sophie, now it's Nevada. It's almost like she can't stand being on her own. She needs to latch on and morph into whoever thinks will get her clout. And the weirdest part, it's not working. Her content used to feel spontaneous and fun, and now it feels forced, like she's trying to play a part that doesn't really fit her. Sophie had her own thing going. You could tell she was intentional with her posts, her brand, her energy, but Amelia, she just keeps switching lanes, chasing trends, and hoping someone will finally stick around. Now, people are already whispering that she and Nevada might not even be friends anymore. So if Amelia was trying to replace Sophie with Nevada, and that's already falling apart, that says a lot about where her head is at right now. And guys, I was gonna let this slide, by the way, but Amelia's recent posts, yeah, they have been real odd lately. She's been vague posting like crazy, cryptic captions, emotional song lyrics, and all these references to working through something or when you know, you know. I mean, come on guys, who is this about? There was even one TikTok where she posted with another girl and captioned it, "I knew she was the real one and the best person ever since the day I met her." Now, I don't want to say it, but what if that was shade at Sophie? It might be a reach, I know, but come on you guys, when someone's whole brand used to revolve around their bestie and then suddenly they're out here hyping up new people in that tone? No, cause that feels real intentional. It's like she's trying to prove something, not to us, but to someone specific. I mean, if you're done, then be done. But why are we still seeing the same aesthetic from the Sophie era pop up months later? The whole thing feels like she's performing for an audience of one, and spoiler alert, that one person isn't liking or watching any of it. Now, if she is really still stalking Sophie behind the scenes, then you guys, this might not be over at all.